Welcome to the Creative Playing Podcast Network. Join us as we review our favorite RPGs, collectible card games, MMOs, video games, PC games, and bring up interesting topics and things that we'd like to share with everyone. Sit back and enjoy the show.
Hi, this is Kelly, aka Trixie from Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion to Ragnarok story, and Tilda Wimblewick from D&D Journey of the 5th Edition. First off, I would just like to say thank you to everyone for listening to our varied adventures, as well as for rating us on iTunes and RPGpodcast.com. If you haven't rated us yet, we would greatly appreciate it if you could. And if you're looking for more ways to support our efforts, we are now on Patreon, a great site where you can help us continue making more podcasts, as well as some special surprises for our patrons. If you can, please look us up at www.patreon.com/cppn. Every little bit helps. And again, thank you for listening.
Okay, so everybody ready?
Yeah.
Basic ideas?
Yeah.
Until the last minute panic.
Mm-hmm. Oh, yeah.
Now we are starting in space, so you may want to be able to find one of these pretty quickly. And you have the ship sheet out since you're in the ship.
Not in the ship.
So since you guys have been together, and your pilot obviously had to chime in hyperspace before we start that, hey, we're here. Is anyone taking any particular positions in the ship?
Presumably,
Is there any reason for us to be expecting trouble?
Well, the Hut downloaded, the information from the old B2 battle droid at this station and knows basically zero intel. That's why he's sending expendables out there.
All right.
So yeah,
I'm
Your
going to be
expendables.
on one of the guns.
Yeah.
Okay, does anyone have gunnery?
Yo.
Now, this is a classic YT-1300, Millennium Falcon. It's got the gun at the top and the gun at the bottom. Granted, it's not the badass quad cannons of the Millennium Falcon.
I do have gunnery, or I have at least a 4 dice player.
No, you got 4 dice.
Yeah, in gunnery.
Okay. I
It's
will
super
co-pilot. You two be gunners.
Okay,
Cool.
so you're going to be in the co-pilot seat with our smuggler friend, as we've got the bounty hunter in one turret.
Oh.
And on the ship sheet, it does have the weapons stats for the damage.
Yeah. Where are the guns on this thing?
Basically, there's a tube in the center of the ship, which on the plus side, if any target is in front or behind, you both basically can shoot at it. It's only if they're like right on top or right on the bottom that there's a problem.
So it's showing us that the arts are only on the sides.
Well, it's basically, ignore that one. That one isn't based on the Millennium Falcon style, where it's a saucer shape.
Oh, okay.
That's based on a straight ship that goes like this. It's land. Your turrets are basically at top and bottom.
Mm-hmm.
But if something's far in front and far in behind, you both got a clear shot, which is nice.
That way you can just
You got
drop
two
into
little
the cargo.
hemispheres with a little bit of
Overlap.
Mm-hmm.
I know that ship's by well.
Yep. It's the Millennium Falcon.
Top deck is good because I can just drop into the main bay if somebody gets aboard. Just like, no. Viper knife.
Oh.
Isn't the thing a little small down there?
It's been modified so you fit.
Okay.
Yeah, that's one nice thing with Star Wars. It doesn't really worry about that kind of stuff. Yes, you can fit in it. Okay.
Wait, who's piloting
Our
this
pilot is already scared. He always
It's on auto, it's fine.
He goes to the restroom before coming out of hyperspace every time because when he has to go, that's when you're almost there.
Yeah, that's fair.
All of a sudden, he's in the refresher, and you get that 5 minutes to disembarking.
Nice.
And this will, of course, take place as your ship. Because the nice thing is we don't need really battle maps for the most part. We just need quick references.
So, by the way, co-piloting.
Co-piloting?
Good. 3 successes and advantage.
So you're downgrading the difficulty for the pilot's next check by 1. So instead of him
Each success, though, does that mean I would downgrade the difficulty by 3?
Yeah. Which means basically because of your co-piloting, you just made it so he's just following the boxes on the heads-up display.
And then can I give him a blue dice with the advantage I have?
Yeah, that's exactly how it plays. Now, I'll be honest with you, no plan survives the first 5 minutes when narrative dice come into play. The hardest thing is going to be for you spending your advantage. So you may want to look at the cheat sheets and
Okay, do we get to hold on to advantage? Do we get a
no,
full? Okay,
it's at your turn, you got to spend them all, yeah.
Okay.
But the nice thing is most things you can do multiple times.
So there's never going to be an instance where you can't burn yourself down to 0 by doing something.
There's always going to be something. Usually it's going to be, I'm going to give the guy shooting at me a black die because I'm super wiry, and I'm going to give the next player going a blue die. And then I'm going to get some strain back too, because that's why you shouldn't be afraid to burn some strain, unless some yo-ho is shooting you with a stun cannon and throwing stun grenades at you. And I'll be honest, most weapons don't do like Princess Leia got nailed in A New Hope, where it's one shot and she's down. Stun weapons require a lot of success.
I also don't think Leia has very good physical stats.
Yeah.
I think she has maybe a 6 wound and strain.
Yeah, she's...
At least
Do you
initially.
think knowing what her father knew, like who her actual father was, like, you should prepare for some rough life.
Well, she does have... There's a cool thing in the Diplomat tree, because they actually have an Edge of Empire, the Diplomat. Scathing Tirade. It's basically a vocal stun attack that basically goes against 2 purple dice. And all they have to do is be able to hear you. So, like, I've used NPCs that have Scathing Tirade where they're basically just mocking you like a bard from the intercom on the cameras. And you're taking stun damage every time you're being mocked if they succeed. So we had a droid during this droid uprising shtick that this command droid in the booth was basically mocking them over the intercom, so they had to keep blowing up the intercoms when they'd see them because he'd get one attack on one of them, and if they'd failed their shot, he would mock them again. And hey, it's a great support ability, and basically Princess Leia has that tree.
Right.
And of course, then there's improved Scathing Tirade and other things like that. That just, all of a sudden now it goes from I was stunning you to all of a sudden you're now taking actual negative dice to doing things because of your distraction of, oh, you called me a scruffy nerfurter.
Like, oh, you son of a bitch.
I
By
won
the way,
8 nerf.
your next piloting action has its difficulty reduced by 3.
Well, we'll see. We'll have you do that just as we start because we haven't actually
Okay.
opened up yet. So I'll open the fluff that I wrote.
Oh, okay.
Remember the fluff?
Oh, yeah.
Apparently Stacy didn't get to see the fluff.
Oh, no.
Yeah, I never got added to the he added
Yeah.
me, but
It never
my
actually
messenger
came
was like,
through.
nah, you don't need to be in
Messenger.
Yeah.
Okay, so this is when you get the you see the little star space.
In the middle of our seats, all of a sudden starts scrolling, like,
Oh, God damn
What
it.
is
The
this?
words
What is
again.
this?
Evasive maneuvers, guys.
And then you get da, 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 and then salvage run to static base. Go to the hut. Had recently purchased an old battle droid for his droid pit fighting circuit and discovered in its memory dump the location of an old separatist base that doesn't seem to be on any Imperial records or listed as destroyed. Interested in its location and that it can possibly be containing valuable droids, spare parts, and munitions. Dot, dot, dot. Da, 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 da. Knowing the crew of the Bucket of Bolts owes him for their latest ship upgrades after narrowly escaping an Imperial entanglement and their need to avoid the Imperials. Goda is sending them with his newest droid into the Outer Rim to some no-name planet known as 5T8-T1C, which by the way spells static in League speak. Da 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 da.
Goda. It's part of the Heroic family.
Yeah. It's almost like Gouda. Only once coming out of hyperspace, it seems a group of space pirates know of this backwater system, and upon seeing the ship jump out of hyperspace, are giving chase to the planet. And of course, the camera pans down, and there's your ship just ripping out. And you see, at long distance, this horrible planet that's your target, and it seems to be rolling with static electrical storms.
Oh, good.
And
So it's sort of like that one in Serenity that what's his face?
yeah, where he hides in that
Yes.
giant storm.
Mr. Universe.
Yeah, Mr.
Yes.
Universe.
Mr. Gets
Can't
stabbed with
stop
a
the
sword.
signal.
He's got a sword now. How weird is that?
Yeah, that's one of my characters.
So currently, your
Stop
weapons,
the
your
signal.
ship has long range scanners, but your weapons are only good at short range because you're not meant to blow up a planet or anything.
Close.
There are 3 space pirate craft.
Oh.
They seem to be very simple, non-light speed, capable fighters. That when you popped out, you notice them immediately giving chase. They're immediately they're all parked, chilling, and they're and chasing after you.
Can I open comms?
What
Is that a thing?
That is so a thing. You can
Okay.
also do scanning and things like that with computers.
So they're basically
How close
the
is
NC-35
close range?
headhunters.
Yeah. almost basically headhunters, except they're more cool-looking angles. It's a cutlass-class fighter. It's a cool pirate ship. So you guys are at medium range, so everybody's outside of firing range of each other. The planet's going to be at long range, just to let you know.
Okay.
So I got on my little chart here, so that way if you do something like hit it where you're going twice the speed, or if you're going to slow down and let them catch up or something like that. So comms is so a thing. So literally, camera pans down, there's your YT-1300 barreling like a bat out of hell, and then you just got these fighters doing the whole following after you.
I would say basically
So they're not
drop
shooting at us
ships
yet.
sideways, go between them, and start gunning them. Space flying is one of my favorite things to do.
Yeah, I think I would like to not be within close range. We just painted the ship. This is like the third time this month. And I'd like it to not have holes blown in it.
We have shields, and we've got 2 good gunners.
Yeah, but we just painted the ship.
Well, have you
The
brought
first-
your shields up? Because your shields aren't up in hyperspace.
It's true.
I
there
figured I'd
a
throw
one?
that out. So everybody go ahead and roll Vigilance, which is how you do initiative in Star Wars. There's 2 skills, Vigilance and Cool. If you're using your Cool usually for like a cool in the cantina type thing, you'd use Cool. This case, it's Vigilance because you're being prepared. You roll no difficulty dice, it's just your skill.
What is this
I got 3
That's
successes
an
and
automatic advantage to your
I
Vigilance.
actually-
Because you have a skill in your talent tree.
Oh, my foot.
You're always keeping attention to the surroundings. You have situational awareness.
That was me really forgetting.
So it's sort of the equivalent of
Hey!
initiative in passive
Wow, you've got
perception.
4 advantages.
Whereas perception is
So-
going to be the equivalent.
Yeah.
No success, but 4 advantages. Usually advantages are made to break ties because the initiative goes by successes. So,
But-
say if somebody had no successes either, you would break the tie with the advantages.
I got
Can you use those advantages?
You got a lot of
for-
advantages.
No, it's
If there's
it's
somebody
just
else
for
who didn't know what's
initiative.
going on, you've got them beat by spades.
Yeah, you've got 4. You're like situational awareness. I was already
So you're
aware
just
of things.
browsing like your phone and then cockpit.
So what'd you get?
and-
Blank.
I'm just trying to figure out where the fuck those words went.
Okay. Well, for vigilance.
Vigilance right here. Rank 1. And
Okay, you got a blank?
Yeah.
Okay, so what'd you get for your vigilance roll? 2 successes?
So the gunners are
Or
going
3?
last.
3 successes?
3 successes and an advantage.
which actually might
Which
be
makes
good
perfect
because we
sense.
might want to actually talk with them.
Mhm.
If I was going first, if I'm being chased by pirates, I'm immediately telling them to drop and shoot them.
Well, see, the nice thing is in Star Wars, it's popcorn order, so you guys get to pick who goes first and which action. Usually, I would recommend the pilot goes first because that helps or hurts everybody. Because if you're within firing range, you want the pilot to let you shoot first and then get the hell out of firing range before they take their turn, which is actually a great tactic. Or if you're like, say, being, hunting down a target, you want him to stay on target and basically give you bonuses to your attacks. So the way it's going to go for initiative is going to be a player character,
Sabine or Sabina?
City.
Sabine. Cool.
then NPC, then NPC, then PC, then PC.
Check.
So basically, 2 of you guys, two of them, 2 of these, just to let you know, are minions. So they basically fire as a group. So it's their salvo that is their attack. Also, it's easier to kill them because if you overkill one, it kills the other. It's a nice way of doing it. Like blaster bolts go through one. Yep, causes the whole.
Yay.
So who would like to go first? Here comes the hard part.
Pilot.
Pilot wants to go first.
Yeah.
I would like to use my action, and I'm not sure precisely if this would be a gun or not. I'm going to maintain a healthy distance and open comms.
Okay, so you're gonna go for the punch it.
Before I open comms, though, can I just comms people on the ship? We got company.
Oh?
Oh yeah, that's like a freebie that you've got the intercom in the ship.
Sounds good.
Okay,
Can we bring our shields up too? Is that just a button we push?
that's a button you push.
That would be an action for me, right?
Mm-hmm.
But gun it is also an action, so I'm not going to be doing both.
It's okay.
Well, it's a
I
maneuver
was
because remember you have an action.
Oh, and a
Yeah.
maneuver.
Oh,
So you have your
it's
sheet,
different.
You
So
have
I can-
action and maneuver, so that way pilots don't get screwed most of the time. Because a pilot would get screwed if he's using all his things for just piloting.
I'm actually not going to gun it. I'm going to maintain.
Just accelerate.
Yeah, I'm going to try to make it so that they can't be all up in my business immediately. So I'm going to move away, but I'm not going to max speed because,
Okay,
what
so
if
you're
they're
just
leading us into a trap?
continuing to pilot forward.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
And yeah, comms.
Okay.
Can I help you?
We're the DarkStar Nebula. Surrender your ship and your cargo.
DarkStar Nebula. Real clever people.
You can have some plasma.
Don't go for some plasma.
Here's our blaster gas in bulk form.
What if we just all went about our business today? Wouldn't that be a lot nicer for everybody?
Give me a charm roll.
Oh, yeah.
It's going to be against.
Oh, wait, just charm, not deception.
You can go, if you're going to be more deceptive, then yeah, you can go deception.
That's true. I'm just trying to charm
It's
right
going
now.
to wait.
Ooh.
Oh. Well, don't forget you have to roll your difficulty dice. So it's going to be against the discipline of them. So thankfully this isn't a very disciplined law. The one who is not the minion is the highest one, so it's a purple and a red. Is the difficulty. But wow, you.
So I have no successes.
But a triumph is always a success, so that's a good thing.
And I've got a triumph and an advantage versus a failure and 3 disadvantages.
So you failed, and you have 2 threat, but you rolled a triumph.
Mm-hmm.
So immediately when you go ahead and what do you say in the comm?
We really don't have to, steal each other's ships right now. We could all go about our business. I know where some great scrap is. We could all have a party.
And as soon as you say that, you feel that you're just like your voice is quivering. You're feeling very unconfident of your role, but all of a sudden, Jack, is that you?
Danica?
What?
What's it been? 6 years?
It's been forever since flight training. What are you doing in the side of the galaxy?
Holy crap. Stop ship.
Everyone everywhere, Jim?
This is Danica.
Who's Danica?
You don't know Danica?
No, I don't know Danica.
I know Danica.
As you just hear over open comm, she just, boys, hang back. I got some conversation I have to have.
We're only on for 4 years, huh? Yeah, Danica predated you. Danica's great. Used to be crew.
Okay, great. Why is Danica not part of the crew anymore?
That's a great question. What you been up to, Danica?
Well, I had some hard times, so I gave in with this bunch. I mean, they might be a bunch of killing, murdering bastards, but they're not bad folks.
Oh, I know the type.
At least they got rules.
Sharpens my
As you're slowing down, and she's kind of spinning her ship to come around in front, so you guys can see each other cockpit to cockpit.
I'm an assassin, not a crazed gunman.
Yeah, you're a good folk.
Sits up in the gunner table, sharpening his viper
As he's
knife.
on open comm, so everyone's hearing this conversation. What are you doing out here? I mean,
Craziest thing, we were going to collect some scrap for... yeah, he's probably not going to want to share, huh?
There's nothing out here. We've been hiding out here for months since we pissed off the Black Sun.
Well, that's great. We'll take all of the nothingness here.
Yeah. Sounds like a plan.
We thought we'd paint some Black Suns on our ships and it would give us some street cred, and yeah, that didn't work out well.
I'm stuck with bucket of bolts after that bet.
Oh, that's... Okay. Well, let us know before you leave the system. I mean, maybe we can invite you over to the base afterwards.
Base?
And she basically calms you, and there's this comm signal to basically hollow net her out here, and a little dotted line showing the classic 80s style graphics, showing the asteroid belt right behind where you guys popped out of hyperspace. There's this little base of a bunch of asteroids kind of towed together and welded together into a clump of life pods.
Nice.
We'll have to check it out sometime.
Stay classy. Stay classy, space pirates.
You may want to hide in the, of course, go to channel, blah, 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 and she says a code to you that's like this old code you guys used to have.
Mm-hmm.
And she changes her channel and comm, so it's a private comm between you guys. So you make sure you hide anything valuable in your ship before you come.
Yeah, that's pretty standard practice these days. But these old ships, they got a lot of hidey holes.
All right, cool. I just wanted to make sure, it's great hearing from you. It's been forever.
I honestly thought you were dead. I'm glad to learn you're not.
Well, you got to fake your death every couple of years to keep the creditors bay.
Yeah, I know the feeling.
Okay, yeah, smuggling compartments.
Yeah, it's actually that's
I was like, I think that's written down somewhere on that.
that is part of the modifications you go to that for.
I would love to think that you actually like pulled out a manual and you're like,
Look at that.
Where did we put those? Where did we have those in? I didn't do it.
Oh, we should absolutely shred that.
I mean, yeah, but after we can remember where they are.
The owner's manual. There's all those receipts in the glove box.
Drugs are here.
Oh, here's the thing. No, they're all receipts. You have to comb through them. Like, what's for where? This is a receipt. This is like Del Taco. What the hell?
And she's
don't
like,
even have that in
it
this
sounds
universe.
like you got some business to do, so I'm
There's
gonna.
that part.
I'm gonna let you be, and basically she just like guns her craft softly, and she's like, "Follow me, boys!" And she gets like the grit in her voice, she's like, "Follow me, boys!" And they of course turn and follow. And they're like, "But what? No, don't worry about it. Just follow me."
we want to shoot something.
Do you want me to shoot you? I'll shoot you. And he's like, "Okay, nope, never mind." And they're taking off.
There comes
Narrative
shoot
dice,
something.
wacky shit happens on your first roll. Congratulations.
Sabine, done. B2. I'd say that went a lot better than I anticipated.
Yeah. Hold on, Jack.
Okay, so you got the
Disadvantage, we don't get any scrap from them.
well, the two disadvantage is you're actually taking system strain on the ship.
Oh.
Because, you were barreling like a mofo and then you
That's true.
stop the brakes and say, "Arrgh! This is a friend."
Oh crap.
So
okay.
on the ship, go ahead and take 2 strain.
Here we go. System strain.
Somewhere in the back end of the engineering section, something popped and sparked, and you're like, it's just a bucket of bolts.
Happens.
It happens. It's part
If
of
I got
business.
upset every time something popped on this ship, I'd spend all my time in that.
So you're seeing that this planet, it's at medium range ahead. It looks like hell. You're like, why are we flying to this? And then all of a sudden, the hologram pops up at the base that's supposedly down there that B2's memory banks say is there. And obviously, you're looking at the camera, and these fighters are still heading back full burn.
Oh yeah, I'm keeping an eye on them.
Mechanics.
Oh, hey, I got 3 in that, so
I'm
standard.
keeping an eye on them, like turning
By the way,
the
next
pod around
pilot
visually,
will be
looking at them.
Cool.
Okay.
Speaking
So
of which, would you like a piloting roll for landing?
Actually, was that a co-piloting roll?
Yes.
Don't forget 2 purple.
Oh, bro.
Yeah, 2 purple.
We net 1 success.
So 1 success. So you're downloading your difficulty. Your buddy's setting up your course for you while you're still like talking on the comms to her. It's just like business. Let's go.
Tom starts to go static for the
engineering.
electrical.
Okay.
So my guys
Yeah,
are
that like
gonna
fix
help you out.
the trend.
Okay.
Well, no, I'm on Bridget.
He's
I
in the
was
co-pilot
talking
seat.
to Danica still.
Yeah.
Oh,
He's talking to his old friend.
Yeah.
Fred. So it's going to be 2 purple.
Smugglers.
Friendly acquaintance. Person that hasn't
Oh,
backtracked.
nice. So, yep, those take that
This-
dice out. So you have a triumph,
Yay.
which is always a good place to start with, and then you rolled.
No.
Okay, so 2 successes. Basically, you can take the strain off because he goes back there and starts smacking some stuff around. He's basically doing some repairs back there while you're busy.
Oh,
'Cause
thanks, Don.
he unscrewed the bad fuse, screwed in a new fuse.
Like, I didn't get to shoot shit.
Your co-pilot's got this beautiful course he's set in that's going to reduce the difficulty once you get to the planet. So go ahead and give me a piloting check. Right now it's 2 purple, but he's reducing it down to only 1 purple.
Okay, so by default it's 2, right?
Yeah, usually everything is default 2. But I'm going to go ahead and be a jerk and upgrade that purple to a red just in case.
Ooh.
There might be
I'm
some old
excited.
pirate scraps floating around out
That's
there.
right.
So odds are good, nothing bad's gonna happen.
Ooh.
Yep.
But we might
My
crash
is
and explode.
slightly better than I thought. Is that right? Yes, that is.
Should be 2 and 2, I believe. 2 yellow, 2 green.
It's just 2 yellow, 1 green.
Oh, okay. Wrong pilot I was thinking about.
I've got 2 successes with 1 advantage.
Okay. So you are easily piloting your course. You actually cut the time in half what you thought it would be, especially with this course. It's like this beautiful gravity pull. As you're heading in planet side, immediately you just disappear in the clouds. All of a sudden, lightning, static is bursting all around you guys. The
Oh,
ship's
shit,
kind
let you go, Danica.
as
Don't
your
get
comms,
breaking up.
as your comms literally just go dead when you get into the EMP circle of this planet. So you're following what you believe is the course that you were told of where you need to land. So you're just going by instruments on the heads-up display because it's clouds, lightning. Give me another base roll.
Okay,
This
I'm
one's-
gonna do another kill pack.
Okay.
I can?
You can, yes.
Okay. Same two?
Yep. So basically you're saying, let me go first as you plot the course. This is very important because this is a dangerous atmosphere.
Net 1 success.
Okay, yep. So he's basically giving you this ding, 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 because obviously on the comms, you guys, didn't really try the comms, but on the planet side, you can do computer to see if there's anything there with sensors. But you think, you were told, it's right there. And he's basically setting up this beautiful course, little heads-up display.
If it's right there, we're going straight forward.
And you had 1 success?
One
right?
success.
So instead of rolling against 4 purple, you're only rolling against 3 purple.
All right.
As lightning is just bolting in front of you as you're going.
This might be a good time to...
Yeah, I was going to say, does this
This is a very good
remove
time
a
to
purple,
upgrade.
or does this
No, that
flip
upgrades a green
to
to a yellow.
Okay.
So you're down to 3 purple, and you're all gold.
On the bright side, we will make it to the planet.
Maybe.
We'll definitely land.
Yeah, exactly. One way or another, gravity will take care of the hard part.
I've got 1 success, and that is the long and short of it. I succeed.
Hey, and that was an amazing dice pool to think about it too. And you only had 1 success. So that's just the terrifying thing that is narrative dice. So you come barreling, and then of course you just crack through the atmosphere, and it's got the thinnest between the cloud cover and the ground atmosphere ever you're noticing. Because all of a sudden you're like, mountain, 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 and then you're coming up to this almost crater shape. As all of a sudden you're seeing what you think through the rain and lightning flares are going on of what looks like a landing pad. And thank God you rolled good enough, because you do this whole break and turn thing, so you're kind of like semi-spinning very slowly as you land on this pad that basically ends in a sheer wall.
Whoa.
As you're just like, and I'm assuming you're landing. Okay, so you just... As soon as you land, the storm is blowing this way off the ledge, so you have this like overhang that the rain is not hitting you.
Oh.
Which is nice, because all of a sudden it goes to like instant calm, and then you just hear this ripping crack of lightning that's like this 2-second lightning bolt that just arcs down the mountain.
Wow. There better be a payoff here.
Opens doors from cockpit. Ladies first.
You got it.
Now,
Alright,
you do have scanners you can use. But somebody can do computers to scan.
Can I do
Can I do scanners? That's a great question.
Yeah, wow.
Now,
doing that. I'm
So
gonna
Jack's
get
a
to that.
Luddite and doesn't even think about it.
so I was going to say,
So Stacy.
here's a good time to cover
She does not
aiding
know.
another person. So there's 2 different ways to aid another. One is you basically say, I'm helping you, I give you a blue die.
Okay.
2 is we make a combination of our characteristics and our skills. So like say you have a higher skill and he's got a higher intel, you make the best combination of both of you.
Oh.
So there's 2 different ways you can aid each other, which is nice. Because basically it breaks down to if you guys are the same or one person's better, you're
Do I
giving
add
that
my
person blue
intel to
dice.
this?
So it's basically your intel.
3 plus
For computers, it's
3.
So you're untrained in computers, but you have 3 intelligence. I have 2 intelligence, and I'm also untrained in computers. So my best bet would just be to say, hey, I'm helping you.
Yep.
Right? Cool. So I'm helping you.
Yep.
And 2.
Yeah, it's 2 purple.
I do still, for the record, lower the door the moment we crash for community.
He keeps calling these crash landings, but I don't think that means what he thinks it does.
We crash politely.
Success with disadvantage.
So success with disadvantage.
The only one disadvantage.
Just 1, which is good. Because, some of the nice things is when GMs start stacking up and saving your threats, bad things happen, which is always fun, because that makes things happen. So you ping with the computer this place. You're picking up that there's lots of residual power supply going through this place.
Okay.
But it feels, through comms it comes out, if this is like an establishment, it'd be like a lot hotter on the power.
Okay.
So it's obviously in some kind of standby mode.
Yeah, I'm able to get like, there are computers here. That's what I got for you.
Yeah, and it's got power running through it, but it's in very low power mode. Like if it was a droid, it would be on standby, And you also are picking up that there is an ion shield that, if activated, will cover this pad as well as parts of the base that are on the surface to prevent the electrical storm damage from doing things.
Oh, I guess we should get to the ion shield.
However, there is no active comms on the station if you want to ping them. You basically hit it and the modem's like, nope, no signal.
Oh.
They're either dead or they look like they are.
Let's
This is
open
where
up
I
this
hide a
door.
military base.
Okay.
Blaster, safety's off.
Yeah.
Okay.
Cloak's
Safeties.
up.
This is the
iPod
Star Wars
out.
galaxy. There's no safeties.
You have your blaster out.
Blaster out, and I get prepped to pop anything that's on the other side of that door.
Okay, so you're perched right where the hangar door starts coming down. And immediately you're feeling the wind sweep up here, and like bits of misty rain, and the crack of lightning comes echoing through the inside. You have a feeling you don't want to be outside here
Absolutely.
often.
I have a thing.
You have a
I have
feeling?
an item I can use. The infra binoculars can see through up to 2 meters of wall. Dense or shielded materials impose at least 1 black die.
So you have one of those wall scanners that can see through the wall?
I have binoculars that can see through the wall,
Okay.
just according to the binoculars, depending
Okay.
on how shielded or.
Give me a perception roll. It is shielded, because these are blast doors.
How many black dice do you want me to add for it?
It's going to be 2 black dice, and then 1 black dice for the weather out there.
The weather, I actually have a different thing that lets me ignore. Or, well, maybe. Concealment, darkness, fog. Oh, never mind. That's only for combat checks.
So as you whip out your special binocs that help you see heat through walls.
Yeah, I've got a quick question before we continue. What does the datapad do?
It's a lap. It's a iPad.
Cool.
It's space iPad.
Lets me look
Nice.
stuff up. So I can do that one on the ship because I don't get signal.
Yep.
Got it.
Slicers have black market versions that give them boosts for hacking. Do you have a data spike, by the way?
I do not.
Okay.
Lots of
Somebody has a
tools.
data spike on my character sheet. I'm not sure who it is. But a data spike is like an instant hack pin that you just stick in the computer and it helps hack them for you. It's a
Okay.
one-shot dealio.
Do not have.
1 triumph, 2 failures, 2 advantages, 1 threat.
Okay, so triumph is the important one. As your binocs, you sweep this area. You're sweeping. You even like stick your head out and sweep the walls real quick because you're feeling confident. You immediately are noticing clearly in the cracks of lightning. This is a gun placement built into the wall with anti-vehicle cannon. This is also a gun placement sticking through that basically it's for shooting anything coming planet side or trying to leave. You see a very heavy blast door here. Above this turret and this turret, you're seeing hints in the rock of what looks like a gun slits.
Okay.
Also, a little higher above, about 10 feet above. So it's probably not related to this, but it's probably on the next level up. There might be a spot where you can go and observe. Through here, the data pad is still functioning. You see actually a bit of what looks like skeleton on the outside, like a leg or arm. Can't quite tell. Probably something from some animal or bird of prey, maybe less.
Okay.
And you see auto tool slots. So basically a spot where you push a button and a toolbox pops up to work on a ship. Clearly marked in old, faded paint. It's got lightning scores and stuff on it. And there's a big cable over here that you can barely make out that's basically set for grounding the vehicle. So you plug this cable in, and if lightning strikes, it helps absorb the electricity.
I will point that
Yeah.
out.
I'll go hook that up.
Door's open. I'll help.
Okay, and then there's this major blast door that you have to go up and try to get in. Through the door, you are sent between lightning flashes, electrical static. You notice that it looks like a standby mode droid here and a standby mode droid there. And it looks like the B1 battle droids. Mainly because you got to see on some of B2's memory cores the Roger droids. It looks like a pair of them standing in possibly powered down mode because your binocs aren't picking up any movement whatsoever. Or
Just a very low heat
yeah.
from their.
power core.
Okay. I will fill everyone else in.
So for that's going to be mechanics. So as you're going to run out there like the old flight crew, pull out the
Oh,
umbilical.
hey, I have some cannons.
Yes, you do.
I'm helping. So
And it's going to be against 2 purple and a black because of the weather conditions. You'll be picking up. You'll be noticing the theme is 1 black for the weather conditions.
That's right.
So, blue and black are the equivalent of circumstance bonuses.
Yep, setback and boost. And sometimes the black dice love you. Did you have a triumph?
yeah.
There's a lot of triumphs today.
The dice know it's your first time trying, so they want to impress you with the natural 20s.
Right. Also,
You
just
ground the hell out of that shit.
I ground the hell out of it.
I
You
helped,
go
which is
out
mostly
there-
sitting back in the
No, this was
fire
your
not getting
helping.
rained off and point at things.
This is you helping.
Yeah, exactly. I
You
sit
go
under
run
the-
out there and ground it in there, and you actually, I'll even give you the boost of, as you connect, you see that there's the hard tie-in line for the computer core system. That won't give you access to much unless you hack it really well, but you want to be careful because someone could backhack into your vehicle with that.
Oh, okay.
So you have the option to include that when you connect it to your vehicle, and there is a power charging cord that you can plug in to get some free power.
I will plug in the charging of the power, the grounding, but not the computer.
Okay, because yeah, there is that. You know, just from your computer skill that yes, you could start hacking this place, but someone there could hack you back.
It's like,
Yeah.
you know what?
And
The vibro knife's
astromechs are
gonna
better
tell
at
me
hackers
no.
than law.
And
It's
you,
like LimeWire. Don't do it.
yeah, and you nimbly avoid any lightning and rain and slipping and anything like that, and you just like a fast little bunny do this in like no time at all.
Nope, not so. Yeah, there you go.
As also the power banks show, they're feeding in a little bit more power in standby mode. Free juice, watching it down. Okay,
Alright, we've got
Thanks
two
for helping.
birds on the
Right.
inside.
so
Figure out how to open the doors and I will...
B2,
cover.
give me a lore roll, because you have the lore skill, and that's your separatist lore. It's going to be against 2 purple.
Did I do good?
So-
I'm not used to the.
The best way is to pair off dice, so you take this failure, takes out one of those successes, and you have 2 threat.
Okay.
Okay, so you're stepping out the loading ramp, and you're basically checking your memory banks, because, they're super sketchy, and you did succeed in that you do know the passcode for opening this black store.
I know the passcode.
But as you do, a static bolt of stray lightning comes by and hits you, and the static in the air is just going to cause you 2 strain. Exactly. You just get this EMP jolt as the lightning just goes into the deck, and it's so close to you, you just see sparks dance over your armor.
Is
Spicy.
the door unlocked?
Are you going to go up and put in the code? She was just offering that she has the code to you guys.
Yeah.
So if you're gonna put it in, I'll pull out my rifle and sit next to you, so like,
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay, and as soon as you do that, you hear grinding of gears, and then all of a sudden, and you just see dirt and crust and mud.
Changed my luggage passcode.
Thank you for catching that.
Knew somebody had to. As you just see a decade or 2 of gunk just fall off this door. As slowly it starts, and lights immediately pop out and light up your ship, and lights immediately light up and open up this entire area with automated lighting.
oh, how nice one.
Yeah. As soon as you look in, you do notice that there's a speeder. It's covered in dust. It's just basically not been used for a while. There's a B2 battle droid here, powered down. B2 battle droid there, powered down. One there.
I thought you said there would be ones.
B1, sorry.
Okay.
B1s. And then there's a bunch of there's plenty of crates and different things that you guys can easily hide behind in there. And the droids seem to be not reacting whatsoever to this.
I'm gonna poke my head in and go knock knock on the big blast door, see if there's any reaction.
Okay? So you're trying for reaction.
Mm-hmm.
Okay?
Mind you, I haven't actually gone through the door. I'm sticking my head over the side to see if something shoots at me.
Is there such
Because
a
I
thing
can
as
try
ready to
this way.
action?
I'm
Not
standing
really.
there in the middle.
Because initiative is pretty much in whichever order you want. Okay, so you get no reaction whatsoever. Because they're horribly disadvantaged right now because they're in shutdown mode.
Oh.
Matter of fact, they took 2 straight.
Just from trying to listen to you, they just go...
Yeah.
So yeah.
So
I'll
you're
walk
getting
inside.
0 reaction from them whatsoever.
I'll walk
Can I
inside.
pat him on the shoulder and give a little
Yeah, at
static
this
shock?
point, Jack is convinced these guys are toast, so he's just gonna stroll in confidently.
Okay. Are you touching one?
I'm touching him.
Oh, yeah, you can touch him and you just get his hair just kind of like this.
You're still a little bit staticky.
Yeah, exactly.
As there's this big crack of lightning and motivating you guys to get in out of the rain, so to speak.
Can I go up to the B1 droids and is there a known power cable on the back?
I don't know. Give me a mechanics roll at 3 purple and we'll find out.
3 purple.
Yeah, I just needed that too.
We'll find out if you studied the B1 chassis when you were in
Right.
mechanics school.
Nope.
Apparently, you don't know.
But you find one of
But
You
do
have
find
one advantage.
$20.
20 credit. Yep.
That's basically what that is. Well, I don't know, but there's a credit
But
sheet
this guy
right
just
here.
had like money on him, so that's cool.
So you have no idea how to disable one of these
Oh.
guys, other than possibly putting your blaster to their chest and squeezing the trigger.
The coup de grace.
They're going like,
Don't you know? Wouldn't the B2 unit know?
Probably not, but maybe. We never know. Maybe not of something of importance for BT battle droids to know.
So Jexy's a car. I mean, it's a speeder, but you
Yeah.
know.
Yeah. Well, yeah.
Are you gonna go steal the car?
Yeah,
Can we load
it's
it in our ship?
free.
It is too big to get in your cargo wrap, unfortunately.
Oh.
Most YT 1300s are for small vehicles.
Take the power cell. Power cells. We're here for salvage.
Now, see, more importantly would be the crates marked munitions
Yeah.
and, droid parts
We'll
for
take those
value,
too.
because those come in nice, handy-dandy crates.
I'm gonna go and look up in here.
More importantly, Jex's looking at the speeder being like, what the hell they need to drive to?
As we're separating the
It
party.
just
This is the
from
best part.
over in the it just
I'm
like
keeping an
under
eye
the
on
wings
the
or whatever
B1s.
the YT.
Okay.
You
So
know,
the
that's a really good
B
point,
ones
Jack.
seem to be in standby mode. It looks like they're not reacting to any stimulus at the moment.
Is vigilance the same as perception?
No,
Or-
vigilance is for being surprised. You're basically always ready for danger.
Oh, perception is right here. I just missed it.
Yeah.
I'm going to roll a perception on this to see if it has obvious signs of being out in the stormy weather. Like if it's got
Oh, the
marks
speeder?
from being struck
Okay.
by lightning, if it's got
That's
rust
a
in it.
good one.
I,
Jesus, another
3
try.
advantages. Oh yeah, I need to roll
2.
2.
Yep, 2 per.
2 advantages, a triumph, and I don't know how this
2 threats.
2
So
threats.
2
That's
threats.
2 successes. So 3 successes. Triumph. 2 dispatch.
So for your triumph, you look at this speeder and immediately you get anime eyes. Because this is a classic, like 30-year-old speeder. It's a raced out speeder that's been militarized, so it doesn't look as cherry hot as it should be. But you know from experience that this is a racer speeder. And it looks like it's been in storage for 20 years, so it's pristine minus the layer of dust. You wish you could get her in the ship.
Any way of towing it?
No, not really.
Damn.
Strap it to the top.
True. Anybody puts this on the registry, you're dead to me. This wasn't here, and it will continue not to be here. That clear?
That sounds good to me.
He might be sending his ex-girlfriend to come pick it up.
I don't trust the.
And you had 2 threat?
Yes.
Okay, so for the 2 threat, basically, I'm not going to tell you what's happening.
That's fair.
Other than that 2 threat is now building up.
There is something amok.
As, basically the stress is you when you touched her and pulled off the sheet and to really inspect the engine, all of a sudden, like, some tool bits come flying off and hit the floor, and there's this clank, 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 echo. And you're still on the boarding ramp?
I am still, because
Blink,
that's
blink,
nice and
ones.
shady. Or, well,
Mhm.
not shady, but
I got you.
there's no rain there, and I can still keep a weather eye on the party.
Mini-map. So Pash should be 2 there. We'll use him for you on the ship. Okay. As you're continuing to investigate, and you
It
notice
looks like you're just
as you're
framed on
walking,
B2.
ceiling lights are coming on. It's basically dim white tube
Oh.
lighting. So like just enough to make it light, but not like over bright, comforting light.
Don't turn anything on.
Oh, I'm just checking out these areas.
Okay. So as you come around this corner, you notice as soon as you do this like double stop and you pull yourself back because you immediately saw the controls for a gun.
Oh.
Big, massive anti-vehicle gun. And there's a B1 battle droid sitting there at the controls.
Oh.
Go ahead and give me a perception roll. It's going to be against 2 purple. Because it's a nice lit up room.
So, one disadvantage.
Okay. So we'll just save that disadvantage.
You just kicked something.
As you stop against the wall and a panel like swings off hanging by one screw. It's just like as it slowly comes to a stop and like put the hand on it to stop it from scraping.
This adventure is so much about the fake out scares.
No, it's not hand, just immediately back to
Oh, they're
the
just
wall.
building tension. Give them a break. You know, they'll have the jump scare soon.
So what is B2 doing?
Looking at these people, wondering if it's worth it.
You see the crates of munition, like a barrel of hyperfuel. You know that shit's expensive.
Yeah. So,
Solo taught us about hyperfuel.
so real quick, we're coming in here just to gather shit. That's our
Basically, it's a smash and grab, and if you can secure the location, all the better for him. You could like park a bunch of space pirates in here.
I bet he'd be grateful and might give us a bonus if we can secure the location.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or you can basically loot the place and bring back loot. Say,
Yeah.
the place was trashed.
If you need something to do, I would call you being like, hey, you should load some of those crates on the ship in case we get distracted and have to leave soon.
That would totally be a thing. Start grabbing some munitions.
We are totally going to get distracted.
So
Jack is already there. He has no memory of the mission. He's just looking at this car.
Yeah. He's just looking at it. He's like,
and I'm looking
oh,
straight at you.
baby,
We
my
already-
baby, my baby. I need...
one day.
B2, can you start loading crates? I bet you covered.
As his rifle's just like, he's bored pointing
I
at
am
people's heads.
that one right there, that B1 right there, in the back left corner.
Mm-hmm.
All of the aim actions on that.
Okay, so what kind of crate are you going for? Is it munitions, droid parts?
I would
Because
imagine.
it's got the barcode. You're like,
How
beep,
many?
beep, beep, and it's telling you what's in them.
I would imagine just out of pure selfishness, droid parts.
Okay, spare B2 battle droid parts. I so could see you going for that. It's like
Yeah.
priority target parts for me.
Ooh, I can use this.
Because at some point you might want to get those linked
do it if
pistols
you
back in
want.
arms.
Yep.
Yeah.
Okay, so
Go
go ahead and
ahead.
give me an athletics roll. It's going to be for you basically grabbing and stashing stuff.
So, athletics right there, and 2 greens.
And it's 1 purple, but we're going to upgrade this in case danger can happen. Some hope for some threat.
So, black die?
No, your purple turns into a red.
So it's a
Ah,
1
red.
red versus your dice pool. Aw, that wasn't bad at all. So go ahead and bring a success and an advantage dice over here to take this out. So
Okay.
success
Greens.
and
So you end up with
advantage.
shell damage.
So 2 advantage. So you're easily grabbing
Which
some.
is-
You like double up on 2 crates to get all the B2 parts into the ship.
As I'm doing that, I'm like, you guys know the B1s are going to come alive. That's just how this shit rolls as I'm going
Why do
on.
you think I'm still on the loading dock?
At least one of you is smart.
Okay, so you basically she's clank 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 dropping the cargo in the back so it's nice secure and hitting the mag lock so it sinks right to the hull of the ship so you don't have to worry about cargo sliding because you never see that in Star Wars. Okay, so who's gonna go next? Nothing seems to be
I'll
happening.
go next.
You're gonna keep going to the turret.
Yeah, I'll walk up to see how the droid. I'm gonna have my droid disabler ready though.
Oh, okay. So all of a sudden you holster your main gun. You're pulling out your
It's,
droid.
it's a rifle, so I just sling it back over.
Mhm. And you pull it. You have them crisscross. You can sling one this way and sling one this
Yeah.
way. Because the disabler's like a shotgun. It's got a big,
yeah.
massive barrel.
Just do.
Okay, and when you're walking by, you're just seeing like the screensaver on the targeting computer going.
Okay.
It's the Droid Guild. Been defunct ever since the Empire took them out of business. Okay.
How does this one look like it's set up?
He looks like he's powered down as well.
Just powered down.
Yeah, he's in standby mode. Though you do see he's got a little recharging station, so he's fully juiced because he's
I am
plugged into.
full. I'm gonna look at where it's plugged into,
Okay,
and can I use the mechanics to track that to his main power cell?
I will give that to you
Against 2.
against 2 purple. And you know what? Let's upgrade one of those purple. It's because
You
now
start using-
Hank guy's got all these light side points. I want you to use those light side points.
The problem is, like, well, what do we use them on?
So far, I've just been looking at nice cars.
Yeah.
Well,
So you're trying to figure out what it is.
Go to
You're
Power
afraid to
Rangers,
get
find
too
another
close to this
$20.
thing.
But I
Because-
find a general spot.
But you see where
so
you
many
think it
twins.
is.
I just gonna pull out my lever and I can put it in there.
Okay, go ahead and give me an attack with your melee.
Against 2 purple.
You're gonna have a blue dice automatically because you're taking your time and doing it nice. If you want to aim, you can get yourself an extra blue die.
Oh, I will steady that on there and
And
just
just like
pop it in. Nope, no, you were there.
oh my god, narrative dice. Hey, I sometimes love you, sometimes hate you. In this case, they like you. So what's the damage of your blade?
That's
The
a
vibrate?
success and a disadvantage, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
So damage is +1.
So it's +1 to your bronze. So
2, that's 3.
okay,
And then it has piercing and vicious.
Pierce on 2. Vicious is extra damage, extra percentage.
Oh.
So you just go, and immediately it just, and its head just hits the controls. And when it does, you kind of feel the turret kind of, because he's pushing forward on the turret controls.
Nice. I just gently remove him from
So,
the turret control. I leave him
meanwhile,
in the seat so if something needs to get in
Jack
there, it
is
has to
snapped
move
out of
him.
it and starts to see a turret move next to his ship.
Well, you're kind of inside funneling the car, but you're hearing this. So you had one threat. One threat.
Yeah.
I'll give you 1 strain for that because you were basically like
Oh.
drip of sweat as you were pushing
a
this thing.
capillary burst, and my red eyes are now blue. One of those blue, just-
So 1 strain for that threat. That's the
Like
easiest in the box. So you've shaken yourself out of the car moment. Really wishing you could like cut the ship in half to get this car in there.
if we have enough time, can we disassemble the car and put it into the ship?
If you had enough
Considering that-
mechanics, yes, you could easily do
Jack
that.
has another plan.
Okay.
It's a better plan.
It's a better plan.
It's not a great plan, but it is a better plan.
I don't know if I believe you.
It's the best plan we've got.
Okay, well, we'll see.
That is slightly irrelevant, however, as Jack heard one of the big turrets moving.
Okay,
And
so
his
you,
ship
all of a
is
sudden,
parked on the pad.
so you have that. Oh, my other baby.
Yep.
Yeah,
Okay.
Jack clenches about as much as physically possible and hurries over to see what's happening.
You do the Corellian clench and dash.
The Corellian clench, yep.
Okay, and you go look at, and you see the turret kind of
I
like
know I'm not piloting, but can I go full speed or whatever it's called?
straight to light speed.
What is it called? What is my-
Gun it is
Gun
what
it, that's the
ship
one.
maneuver is
You
called.
can do
Jack
the
guns it.
yeah. You run back outside, and you see the turret just like slope straight down.
No.
You have this moment where it's like, okay, it's not going to blow up our ship. You knew it was a
Looks
trap.
around. Done? Was that you?
Yeah. I'm gonna go
Okay.
deal with the other one now.
Don't scare me like that.
And I have another 2 crates up, and I'm like, I've never seen a living creature move that fast.
It was
Okay.
broke my ship.
Yeah.
I've got the one, and we're not in a good position to have a broken ship right now.
No, that would be a bad thing.
That's fine.
And it's not even paid off.
That's true. And I owe a HUD money.
You're still paying the HUD for it.
What is cool?
And, you know,
Cool is basically the opposite version of vigilance.
Oh.
It's also used for not losing your shit in fear situations.
Oh, okay, good.
So cool is that whole Han Solo when he was at the cantina. He rolled cool while Greedo rolled vigilance because he's just like,
I got
cool
this.
man.
I'm
He
fine.
got the initiative, so he unholstered his weapon and had it ready at the aim to just take the shot.
Okay.
So, like, it would be an intimidation, like a skullduggery versus your cool
Skullduggery is most of your theft stuff, like your
Oh,
lock
okay.
picking, pick locks.
coercion.
Coercion is you're convincing someone to do something, but then you've got charm and deception too, which can also kind of coerce. And you have coordination, which is the catch-all if, like, you know, you're running across ice, something slippery. If you didn't roll a nice, amazing triumph for getting the mechanics going,
I don't have a good charm, and I'm not gonna negotiate. That's fine.
you have a big gun. It helps with both of those.
I got a big gun and a very sharp.
And depending on how you use your skills, describe how you're using the skills, that can also give you boosts too.
Mhm.
Though it can also give you setback if you're doing something in a very bad way, like pulling a gun on the hut to negotiate.
And leadership. I'm not a good leader.
Unless the hut's a really funny guy and he laughs at you and he thinks it's a joke, then that could help. Ha ha ha, funny man, funny man.
I see what you did.
So who's gonna go next?
Let's see. Jack hasn't been helping much, so he's going to actually start moving some boxes. But
Okay.
he's going to get distracted quickly because the droid's got it.
Droids don't get tired.
Yeah, droids don't get tired. Droid doesn't
Yes.
have to pilot the ship home. So he's
Evil,
just going to go,
evil over to the
look
droid.
around for more classic cars.
Okay, so
Worst
you,
case scenario,
you
is
start
Buddha
poking
fixes that
around. Give me a
server,
perception.
No big deal.
Yeah.
Can I
I don't know.
perception of the
personally
scene go up
believe
to
this
the
is a
door?
great idea, but my
Okay,
droid
so
has
as you're
an
coming
attitude.
back this
Yeah.
way from after you're shaking, you can definitely roll a perception.
They were like another flavor. I'm so
Another
Jesus
triumph.
My freaking God, it's a triumph and nothing else. Do I find another classic car? Is this a collector?
You find some fuzzy dice.
So for your triumph, you tell me what you found.
You know what? I think this guy was a collector and he's just got a horde of old racers. And Jack's eyes just light up.
Or maybe he's got swoop bikes
Ooh,
that could fit in the cargo hold.
that's
Swoop
true.
bikes.
Those are good for racing.
Racer swoop bikes for the 2 days of the year you could race on this planet without storms.
He's that kind of asshole.
Remember, this was the Separatist army. They had douchebags in charge usually.
That's true.
So you do find a trio of swoop bikes, all blinged out.
Guys, I found 2 swoop bikes.
So go ahead and roll your perception.
I did. I got the
Well,
two.
2 advantage.
Yeah.
What would the bluff be? Charm
Charm for
Versus-
deception.
versus versus what? Also, I don't think you roll.
Do
oh
I
wait,
not?
no. Is it? How do you do opposed checks?
Opposed checks would be your skill versus his skill. So if you were trying to bluff him, it would be against his. For him, he would basically do the discipline. So what are you trying to bluff him?
He's trying to bluff us.
I mean,
Well, he's just
Sure,
throwing it
kinda.
out there, kind of ha ha funny. I mean,
I'll roll a deception, sure.
okay.
I've
So
got one advantage.
who's got
which
the
is probably
highest
the ha-ha
discipline?
funny.
Well, he would basically roll his deception against
I
your
have
guys'.
one advantage.
So, well, he would be rolling his purple dice when he rolls his deception. So if he's trying to lie to you guys,
Oh.
who's got the highest discipline?
I've got 1 rank in discipline.
So it would be a red dice, unless someone's got better.
I got 2.
Oh, nice.
2 green or
2 green.
so which do you guys think is better? 1 red against him or 2 purple against him?
2 purple.
2 purple.
That's what I rolled.
Yeah, that's what you're
Okay.
rolling
Just
for your deception.
roll with the one I got.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have one
Advantage.
advantage. You get the impression that Jack is kind of ha-ha funnying you. If you miss the actual point, that's just a fringe benefit.
So he's using the advantage to play it off as a ha ha funny, just
Yeah.
in case in case you caught him in it.
Exactly.
As he's pushing this beautiful bike out.
Well, hey, bring them all on.
And did you had no threat? Just one advantage.
No threat, one advantage, nothing else.
Okay, I'm kind of waiting for one more threat to come. into
Right
play.
though?
So, and for you had 2 advantage.
Yeah.
Okay. So for your 2 advantage, I will give you a little piece of information that you do notice that our security camera is looking at you guys.
Are they tracking?
They're lit up, but they don't seem to be moving yet.
I'm
Just like
gonna
motion
go-
detector, almost like the light switch there blinking that it's seeing motion there.
I'm gonna go disable this guy.
So you're gonna go to the other side.
Yeah.
Okay.
As you pass
Out of
him,
curiosity,
you're like,
where
I'm doing
did,
the other one.
Where did Jack see the bikes, just so I know?
You basically saw them on the other side over here.
Okay, cool.
They were nestled between
Nestled
a couple
in the-
crates.
For what it's worth, since I haven't gone in yet, I've been attempting to be like sneaky on the ship. Like, if they're just droids, they're off right now. They can't really look at me. But I'm still gonna be trying to be sneaky. So that when they do, inevitably wake up.
Jack thinks you're all really, really, just
Paranoid.
being paranoid about this. Those guys are
Of
clearly
course
off.
she's paranoid.
Okay,
She
you're
not?
walking up on the droid, not even sneaking, and it's just not reacting to you.
Is it hooked up to the power cell?
It is also hooked up.
I'll roll that mechanics again to
Or
try
I'm
to
just
cross
like-
your leg.
You're like,
Perfectly
okay,
smoothly, they never
so
wake
now
up.
that I've destroyed one, I'm gonna take my time on this guy.
Okay.
I'm gonna I will have
That's
you
the
know.
power core last time, which I did this, which means I don't follow it like
so you're
this.
going with him?
No, I was telling him to up one of the
upgrade
dice.
your roll?
Yeah, upgrade the roll.
Okay, so you upgrade the mechanics check as you're basically doing a little mechanic work on this guy.
Just tracking.
What's going on here? My God, you guys are rolling amazing.
So 3 advantage and 1 success.
Yep.
Okay, so immediately you now know where the off button is.
I know
Put them
exactly.
into standby mode where they fold their legs up. It was just the paint on the other guy was all scratched
Oh,
off, so you
I
couldn't
know
see what it
exactly where that
was.
is.
Yeah.
I flip that.
You immediately hit the button, and it kind of like springs. And did you see episode 1, 2, or 3? How they're in standby
Yep.
mode when they're all compact
Yep.
with the rifle in the back? It immediately springs into compact mode, kind of flops over and falls out of the chair, ripping the connector off. Sort of like strips the connector cable. Was never meant to have a whole droid body pull out.
Itself out of there.
I'm sure we heard that.
Oh yeah, you all heard that. Easy. There's this clank, 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 clank.
I put one in the
Done.
standby.
Everything good?
Yeah.
Done.
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 I'm gonna take it. And how heavy
Done,
is
son.
it?
Oh, they're like a good 100, 150 pounds. They're,
Okay,
they're
but
pretty
would
heavy.
you say 2 brown would be good enough to move that?
2 is like average strength. You could
So-
give me an intellectual and try against 2 purple.
Okay.
Jesus Christ, I can't roll for nothing.
I'm just gonna put him in upside
2
down
fingers.
in the chair.
Okay.
That way, if anything goes to get in there, he immediately has to get up and not be upside down in there. And they have to move him out of it like, oh.
Okay. As you kind of like and just flop them back.
I'm trying
in
to
the chair.
like pivot it over the arm of the chair, just like.
Upside down bot.
You are not strong enough.
You basically throw him in the chair, and the chair swivels last minute, just bang, 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 because he falls off the other side.
I'm like,
So
oh,
that's what
it's.
you were looking for.
Yeah, it's a swivel chair. That just comes over the comms. It's a swivel chair.
At least you've gotten both turrets taken care of now, right, Don?
Oh yeah, no, there's no
Alright,
droid
good.
manning these.
Can you, like, lock the controls or something?
I'm gonna look at the computer.
Put some bubble gum in it or something.
Just not pushing any buttons, just analyze the
Okay,
computer.
just looking
Yeah.
over the controls.
Yeah.
Make it so it's inconvenient. All you need to do is stall them.
Nice.
Or we can just not let anything get to the controls.
That would be ideal, yes.
1 success or 1 advantage.
One
We
advantage.
don't want them
You believe
hard to use.
you can
because what's-
deactivate this turret, you just have to power it up
Then we
first.
know
Mm.
what's the disadvantage.
At least that's what you believe.
So, to my understanding, I think I can power this down, but I have to turn it on first.
Well, I
And
mean,
don't want to do that.
we want to use them, maybe.
Not right now.
I mean,
My
no,
ship's
but we
the
don't
only one
want.
they're pointed at.
But if someone else's ships show up, I would prefer that they be on and ready to go.
So I come
Fair.
down here, and
Okay.
I'm going to just
Don't
put
wanna
all
have
the
to fiddle
B1
around
droids
with
in the
them.
clouds. Not like mess around with them, just be like,
Okay.
you got
So you walk up to the one over here, and you hit the button,
Yeah.
and immediately it goes
Oh.
proing, clink, 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 clink,
Oh,
clink, clink, clink.
Damn it.
I really don't like the way everything's echoing in this place.
I'm kind of like,
You just can't roll for nothing.
What if
So-
I flip one of the dice? Can I do that and make your rolls better?
I think there's no reason that you couldn't. So, notably,
Okay, you're just coming off the cargo ramp, walking right past him.
Jack has been helping a little bit, but B2 might notice that the spot Jack has been clearing is a really good spot to drive that speeder out of the actual thing unimpeded by, boxes I might accidentally crash into. Jack's going to try to... Am I doing this wrong?
Yes, you get the lights.
Jack is going to try to power the car
Okay.
on. That turns one of...
Yeah, you don't even need to roll for that. You're just like, you jump in the seat,
And
I'll give you for that light side point that the
I'll-
keys were right there.
I'll do this as a piloting check instead, how about?
Okay.
Piloting it through the storm to a hidden place under the base.
Oh God, you're a madman. Okay.
By the way,
just watch our pilot go off the edge.
Oh, he flat out told you he was going to steal the ship, and if any of you tried to tell the hut, you were dead to him.
I didn't. He didn't paraphrasing the cars.
no.
So you do know flying out there is going to be 4 purple.
Yes.
Okay.
Hence why I flipped the point.
Okay. Okay.
B2
So
notices, B2 doesn't care.
give me a piloting planetary at 4 purple.
Piloting.
Make sure that I have
Planetary.
piloting planes in planetary.
Ooh, yeah, that is worse for me.
You're a space jockey.
Oh yeah, I am.
Don't forget you did upgrade it.
Hmm?
You did upgrade it, so don't forget.
I know.
Okay.
Oh.
I thought I was upgrading to 3 of these. I was upgrading to 1 of these.
As he's powering it up and he's
That's
driving it.
right. Failure can be fun, right?
Yes.
Oh boy, it can be.
We're gonna have some fun.
That was a failure. I have
Failure with disadvantage.
2 failure with 1 threat and nothing else.
You just drive off the edge.
Okay, so you start the engine up and she sounds beautiful. I mean, there's this echo of this sweet throbbing of this plasma engine. You get in there and you're like, oh god, I gotta find a place to hide this outside the thing.
It's perfect.
It's a good thing you're a smuggler, not a scientist, because you scientists might have a problem with your plan of how you get outside the ion storm. But you're gonna look for a good place. And as soon as
just under something.
V2's made a nice gap for you to go through, and you start to pull out, and then just then as here's the ship, and here's your speeder, as you're getting ready to go, crack of ion starts just hitting the rocks right above you, which causes like a mini rock slide, just like 5 or 6 major boulders, but you overcompensate like, no, my new baby! And you immediately go right up against your YT-1300, and you just hear this horrible gut-rending metal on metal scraping sound as you're not off the platform yet, but you just sideswiped your own vehicle, giving both vehicles 2 points of damage.
Oh.
As all of a sudden your back teeth are in pain and your heart and soul.
Jack! You're jacking me, man.
There were rocks!
What's that?
There were rocks!
And immediately...
Is that strain or trauma?
A wound.
Uh,
The one right next to the strain.
cool, yeah.
Immediately, these 2 droids that are still there, their visual receptors flip full red. And they immediately look around.
Can I fire at them?
Droid disabler. Bam!
Everybody roll
Vigilance?
vigilance.
As
As all of a sudden you weren't expecting, you get this horrible screeching sound.
My God!
That's a good way to be. Hey, dude, you've been sitting there waiting for danger.
No, that was me!
That was-
I just crashed the
I
car.
rolled 2 advantage.
Oh,
Nothing
okay.
else.
You rolled another triumph?
Luck
Be the smuggler tonight.
I got 2 succeeds and 2 advantage.
What'd you get? One success?
I'm on it.
And
I'm trying
what
to
did
protect
you
this
get?
Car, man. It might get hurt.
2
more.
advantage.
2 advantage?
The first scratch is always the worst.
It's alright, I was just ripping off some of the military paint.
Maybe
Yeah.
you can see the nice cherry coat underneath.
It's alright, Don can fix it.
Right, you can fix it. Oh, fuck you, buddy.
Hey, as done, I resent that.
Wait a minute, I'm done.
That's
I'm done,
you
son.
done, son?
I'm done with you.
I'm done, son. I think I'm gonna keep. Maybe I'm gonna.
You know what just happened? You done good.
Oh, I did?
Notably, this one you're aiming on is not there.
Well,
No, I went along with
you
that.
Oh, okay.
he was aiming at one of the front ones.
No, I've been aiming one of the back.
Okay.
No, I disabled both back
One of the
ones.
back.
Oh, did you
Yeah,
disable
he
that
went
one?
up and hit
Okay.
the button to cause him to fold and
Decently
fall.
sure my last name is pronounced wrong.
So it's going to be 2 of you guys, then 2 mysterious
Yes.
groups happening, and then 2 of you guys. So who would like to go first? As all of a sudden these V2 battle droids immediately activate or immediately
I
threat
think
us.
I said
I
one
think you
shot
should
one.
go first, Mr. Was Overwatch.
Okay, so for the aiming,
Okay, so
can you take the aim action pre-combat?
you can't.
Okay,
So I will give you that you definitely were already aiming because that was clearly.
and you only get 1 no matter how many times you aim.
You can actually aim twice.
Ooh.
So if you choose to do a maneuver, you can aim again.
Oh.
I have a lot of dice I'd like to shoot as well.
You like
Okay,
to shoot?
what's my purple?
Okay, now since you're aiming at the ones at the doorway, right? That's short range, so that's 1 purple.
Ooh.
Yeah, it's gonna be ugly.
Okay.
Wait! We might as well upgrade that bad boy.
That's
Nice to flail with.
That's in there.
It would be dramatic.
Oh.
Okay, so we start with a triumph.
I think we can end with a triumph too.
So you fire off this crack shot, and immediately, as soon as everybody kind of has this butt pucker moment when the droids start immediately looking, threat assessing, and they're like 3 contacts seeing you stealing the car. As there's this big warning in their visor, they're seeing this big warning of not to hurt the vehicle.
Mm-hmm.
As they're like, strange vehicle. There's somebody there that they can't really see. 2 threats, possibly 3 threats, because they're not even noticing you as a threat right now. As they're threat assessing, you fire and it explodes. Its head ricochets off the wall, bounces off the ceiling, flings down to the one in front of it, and basically knocks its blaster out of its right hand. And it kind of stumbles and falls and just explodes. Apparently, it's been sitting in standby position so long, it just rusted shut and just explodes.
Both of them?
Both of them. He pulls up the spare with this bouncing headshot.
Just. Well, I'll do it.
Jack did not see that. Doesn't know how cool it was.
Aww.
Yeah,
I want to shoot one.
Puts droid bullets away. I'll do it.
That's why you
So
brought me
who's
along.
going next? Because I'm going to ask them if they want to do a perception.
I'll go next. And yeah, I'll do a perception.
Okay.
Against 2 purple.
It's going to be against 2 purple, yeah.
Because I was in the room. So it was like,
So what is accurate? Accurate add more dice?
Accurate, yeah. It helps your accuracy is a free blue.
This is what you wanted, right?
Ooh, well, it was, especially since there was no weapons discharge in the base.
Yeah.
The weapons discharge was outside the base. So immediately as you're walking back and you're seeing him blow one up and it does this
I'm just following
it
like...
just goes pshoo, and all these parts that destroy the one next to it. It's like you have no clue how it happens. You're noticing down across this way is you're seeing something turn the corner from the distance, and it looks just like your buddy B2 here.
Oh, fuck. Oh, no.
As it's got
The nemesis.
red photoreceptors, and it looks rusty patches, but it's walking, and it's doing the one arm like this and the other arm like that with its dual blasters.
Oh,
and
are there a set of doors here?
There are, but they are open currently.
Can the mechanics that is closed? Or computers?
You can.
Would you like computers or mechanics?
Which would you like to do? Basically, they can both do the same thing, just from different angles. Like if you do computers.
Oh, I've been doing my mechanics for a while. I'm gonna do.
You want computers for sure.
Computers?
Mm-hmm.
Mechanics.
Oh. Yeah, nice
Is
leadership.
it on that side of the table, or did I?
X6.
Oh, I found it.
Success and...
Because I need to figure out what the bipod actually does. Because those 2 blue
don't
dice
have
I
it.
thought were from
I mean,
my
I'm just turning.
bipod
I got
are
two
from
advantage.
accurate.
Okay, so 2 advantage. You go up to the pad and you go bit bit bit. What would you like to use the 2 advantage for?
1, 2, 3, 5.
You can give it a black dice and a buddy a blue dice.
What if you turn the lights off on him on accident?
I mean, he's a robot. He has
That's
like
true.
infrared or something.
What if you turn the lights off on us?
Everyone but the Chiss and the assassin get black dice to the rolls.
You know, I'm gonna use those 2 advantage to see if.
Helpful.
I bet you.
It'll work.
These are fast. 2 advantage. Immediate free maneuver.
Oh my god, that is like
Give them a
this
penalty.
like
Give
Free
us a
maneuver
bonus.
would be a good one in here.
this is like a Benedict Cumberbatch in a fur book font. His face is
I can't use that
hideous.
maneuver to try again.
No.
No, so
But you can...
it is coming this way, right?
It is coming this direction.
Dude, give me a blue die and I will go face it.
She will like to force start its face with her blaster.
Oh,
The guarded stance, you
It
could move
decreases
the
my
weapon.
cumbersome rating. What's
You
cumbersome?
could draw...
Cumbersome is how much you can carry. The bipod, when you put it down, makes the weapon easier to aim, so you wouldn't need a higher strength to carry it, because the weapons have cumbersome rating, and you have to have a brawn equal to your cumbersome, or you can't shoot it effectively. Basically, you get black dice for every time you use it.
You said defensive stance?
Okay.
Guarded stance.
So it's basically
give
big,
them a
long
penalty
rifle,
for the
and when
roll
you
to hit
bipod it down, it makes it a single man usable saw.
I
Like the
think
old
I'm
World War
going
II
to
saw weapons.
Yes.
How they pop the stand, and then one guy can now control it.
Give a ally a bonus.
Okay,
give
so
him a
the
penalty.
bipod isn't actually for sniper weapons.
You can use it for sniper.
I'm gonna give him a
But
penalty
you're wrong.
as I pull out my droid buster. Just, no.
So you're free maneuver to whip out your weapon.
Uh-huh.
So you got this big hunky barrel pointing. You're like, are you taking at least partial cover on the wall?
Yeah. Oh, I'm doing the guarded stance where it's he has
Okay,
a
so-
black dice. That
Okay,
doesn't
so
like,
you're like, hooah!
just like no.
Okay.
Guarded stance, for the record, only gives you a bonus on melee defense, is what it was saying. Not ranged.
Oh, not range. So I'll just give him the black dice.
Okay, give him a black dice is a
Yeah.
good thing because you're being super quick and
Yeah.
agile as you're whipping it out. And immediately he's at medium range with you. That's a bit of distance, but unfortunately for you, his weapons are meant to go for long range. So you're
Yeah.
within range of his weapon.
Yeah.
So immediately you just hear his vocal recorder saying something, but you can't quite pick it up because it's all jacked up because he's been working too long. And he proceeds to take aim.
Mhm.
He's going to go ahead and take the damage for the strain because, why not? And you can tell he's saying something in his vocal recorder, but you can't quite pick it out. You're kind of sweating when you're thinking of what he's doing. Especially when he aims that barrel at
He
you.
says something that I can't understand.
What's the
I just yell, Roger
It's
that.
2 strain for extra maneuver?
Yes. Cool.
So I'm going to blue dice because he is aiming.
Sorry.
Oh, it's okay. But you
Taking all
notice,
our blue
you notice
dice.
he's at medium range and there's an extra purple there because he only shoots his blasters on full auto.
No.
And I just dropped the dice.
You're back.
It's right under you.
I got it. You are very limber.
Yes.
As all of a sudden blaster fire goes off, and he immediately recognizes that you should. Oh shit!
I should.
You should not be there.
You. Oh.
And to think, all these threats, he would not have been able to do auto fire. So all of a sudden, you see his arm just start to vibrate, and then both these barrels just start.
Oh.
And blaster fire, just a funnel
Rains.
of blaster fires coming towards you.
He knits you a lead blanket made out of light.
Yeah, he does.
And
It's a good thing I have soap 5. Just,
so his first
I think you might need
his first round is going to hit you for 11 points of damage.
Good.
brisket.
Brisket. So 11, that means I take 6 points of strain or 6 points of...
6 points of wounds.
Okay.
Yeah.
He's cooked like I like my meat.
So you guys just hear this
So
auto
that's the
fire going
first
off.
one.
That's the first bullet. But you know what? I'm going to use that to teach you crits
Oh, good.
rather than a second bullet hitting you for the same damage. You're gonna get to see a crit.
Oh, good.
And I need.
You need this actual defense. I've got
I have
Oh
a
no, I
question.
got d10s.
You're
was looking-
rolling for your crit, right?
Yeah.
Can I flip on a crit, or is that not a
No.
thing? Okay.
Yeah. He's basically gonna have to take it.
Oh, I see. It's a percentage.
Oh. You got hit for slowed down. The target can only act during the last allied initiative slot on his turn.
Okay.
So basically, the shot must have hit you in the leg, and you're slowed down. So that means on the next turn, you basically will be the last person to act.
Okay, that's
What
fair.
happens if 2 people have slowed down? Do they get to initiative fight for the last spot?
Or we just ad hoc it.
Yeah.
And by the way, to heal this, if you're going to a dock, it's only 1 purple to get rid of.
Oh,
Medicine
okay.
check. So it's actually pretty easy to heal. So it's basically he clipped you in the calf.
Ah,
As this rain of fire bolts are going off.
man.
So you said that the ship I was in was a racer that was converted to a military ship.
Mm-hmm. It
Does
does
that
not
mean-
have weapons.
Okay.
You're
my
just
next
like,
question.
yeah, it does not have any actual weapons on it. Not that there's not weapons and crates you could eventually install on it. Okay, so something else is happening on the base right now. You're hearing some noise or some whooshing. The base is starting to activate now that weapons have been discharged. All those beautiful white single tube lights that were there have now flipped to a red color. And you're seeing like a small strobe effect coming out of what the cameras are.
Oh, nice.
Almost like things have been woken up now.
Good. I'm glad I disabled those those giant guns there.
The turrets will not be blowing up your ship there, or your friend in the speeder bike.
How do you make grenades work, or perhaps
Grenade?
thrown axes?
Using a grenade is a ranged light.
Okay.
And then the throwing axe would be just melee.
Can I go?
Yeah.
I want to shoot at it.
Okay.
I want to use my repulsor rifle.
Okay, so are you going to aim?
Yes.
Okay, so one of your maneuvers is aim. You can, by the way, take an additional maneuver for 2 strain if you want. Or you can just stay where you are.
I'll take 2 strain.
Okay. And you can go behind cover, by the way. There are crates that you can get behind cover.
Oh, definitely. Yeah.
Cover, gives your opponent a black die, which is nice.
So that's 2 aim. So
you have the small.
how do I figure out which other dice I need for shooting?
For shooting, it's going to be, now you're using your repulsor.
Yeah, the top one.
Okay, that's going to be range heavy. So range heavy, which you should be pretty good at.
Range heavy. Oh, here we go.
Yeah, you should be pretty good at that.
2 golds.
And he's at medium range, so it's 2 purple, unless you were to want to move forward.
You know what? Fuck yeah.
Okay, so you basically are just doing the whole droid on droid, tete-a-tete moving into the
Hell
room.
yeah, let's fucking do this. So what, is that only 1 purple?
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Okay, set my dice.
That's your dice.
Alrighty. Booyah!
And now you get to taste the triumph.
Oh my god.
So, basically, this fail takes one of those out, which you don't need to worry about. So, are you wanting to go for the crit or just extra damage, or just basically tell me how you take him the fuck out with your repulsor gun? Which, by the way, the repulsor guns shoot like grav repulsor bolt outs. So it could like blast his parts down the hallway.
Basically, yeah, I just, all of a sudden, I just turn around when I, see the firing and stuff, see him get slashed in the leg.
Hail of blaster bolts.
I'm like, finally, action! And I just go running, and I go, boom! And he just slaps. I go, oh, that didn't last long.
And literally, when your repulsor blast hits him in the chest, it just caves in the chest, and then C-3PO style parts just go flying down the hallway, scraping against the floor.
Yes.
And this is, he must have been out of maintenance, and that just destroyed the bits of him. Okay, and you basically still seeing the warning lights going on.
I would like to park and get out of my ship.
Okay. So you kind of turn it down, and it's just kind of like, as you feel like
I'm gonna park it right under bucket of bolts, so it's like not getting struck by lightning.
Okay.
Bucket of bolts will be fine.
Bucket of
It's
bolts is
grounded. Yeah, it's grounded. So you don't have to worry about that.
It'll be fine.
So you basically hop out after you park it.
And start heading inside because clearly commotion has begun. The lights just turned
the
red.
lights are all ominously red.
I would also like to flip one of these.
For what?
You said one of the things you can do is declare that you had something, right?
Okay.
I have that separatist badge that I brought with me.
Okay.
Oh.
Some antique that maybe
Yeah,
from
because
family.
we thought it was a separatist base. It might just be nice to have a badge, and you can get one at any smuggler store.
And that's a great place to wrap it up there. Thank you for listening to the Creative Play and Podcast Network. And feel free to enjoy our other shows, such as D&D Journey of the 5th Edition and Scion Ragnarok and Roll, a Scion hero to Ragnarok story. Thank you for listening.